Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh, and very good day to all participants in Jakarta, Indonesia. Today, I just want, as a guest speaker, thank you for the committee to invite me as guest speaker in this very extreme conference on economic business and social sciences Indonesia chapter. Okay, my topic is digitalization of sustainable business practices. Malaysian and Asian views, problems, possible resolutions, and impact on customers and society in emerging economies. The content of my presentation: number one, introduction of digitalization; second, Malaysian and Asian views of digitalization; problems, issues of digitalization; opportunities for digitalization of sustainable business; challenges to digitalization of sustainable business practices; potential resolution or remedies for digitalization of sustainable; impact on customer and society towards digitalization of sustainable. Introduction of digitalization. First, regarding about digital technologies. Digital technologies is transform industry and change the way business interact. Rise of sustainable business practices provide opportunities and challenges for business and society. Why I put the digital marketing in my slide? Because digital marketing is a way of doing business is a new millennium. So it starts from the marketing. Number one, based on the research, 59.5% of the global population are online. 29.3 million internet users in Malaysia, and the demanding for digital is blooming day to day. Importance of sustainable development or SD. Number one, to promote economic growth, environmental responsibility, and also social inclusion. The shared equitably among workers and communities through, number one, social protection programs, upskilling and reskilling initiatives, and also stakeholder engagement. Second content of my topic is Malaysian and Asian views of digitalization. Number one, we consider regarding about Sustainable Development Goals or SDGs, and also emphasis on sustainability. Regarding about Sustainable Development Goal or SDGs, comprise of SDG and international frameworks guide sustainability efforts. Challenges in implementing sustainable business practices consist of number one, limited resources, weak governance structures, and also low awareness. Digitalization address the challenges and accelerate progress. So to emphasize on sustainability of digitalization, number one, driven by growing awareness of environmental and social issues, and also the second, customer demand for sustainable products and services. As you know, digital marketing channels consist of website, paid or organic search, by email, by mobile, social media, and also display advertisement. Adoption of digital technology consists of number one, to improve their sustainability practices. Second, to promote sustainable products and services. Third, adopt sustainable business practices such as reducing waste, using renewable energy, improving worker conditions, and sustainable business practices in Malaysia and Asia is still uneven. So in the context of digital marketing framework, to sustain, there are 5 processes to occur. Number one, analyze and define, determine digital marketing channel or strategy or tactics, campaign setup and implementation, gather data, and also optimization. What is the problem or issue of digitalization? Number one, the issues of digitalization. Number one, lack of resources and access is mean that, for example, lack the financial resources and technical expertise to implement sustainable practices. Second, lack of knowledge and resources limit their ability about sustainable product and services. And last, lack of regulatory frameworks and standards. It means that whether difficult to assess the impact and communication. Second, to make informed decisions about the products and services. In the context of the issues, it's related to human resource practices. Increase 60% of training courses with digital marketing in the title increase from 2019 to 2020 in Malaysia and also in Asian countries. Therefore, there are also the problem issues of digitalization in terms of social inequality. It means that the marginalized community. Second, limited access to finance and resources. It means that to invest in sustainable and digital solution. The third one, lack of infrastructure, such as particularly in rural areas. The second thing, the hinder the adoption of digital sustainability practices. Last, lack of awareness and also education in terms of digitalization, such as number one, among companies and stakeholders happen lack of awareness and education, and also relate to do not know how to implement sustainable practices and also do not see the economic benefits in terms of towards of digitalization. What is the opportunities for digitalization of sustainable business? The opportunities for digitalization in the context of business, such as number one, provide job opportunities for businesses, the use of digital platforms to promote. The third one, created new opportunities for businesses to promote sustainable products and also services, and to collaborate with stakeholders such as suppliers, NGOs, and also government agencies. So I share with the participants regarding the total digital advertisement spending in the context of US. Why US? Because US is dominant regarding about digitalization economies in the world. Okay. According to the studies by the TAC, e-marketer March 2021 regarding about US triopoly digital ad revenue share by company 2019 and 2020, the percentage of total digital advertisement spending comes from Google in 2019, about 31% comprising of total digital, followed by others such as Alibaba. The third one is by Facebook, 23.6% in 2019. However, compared to 2020, it decrease of digital ad spending towards Google, increased by Facebook, and also decreased by others such as Alibaba. However, the Amazon show increase by 10.3% in 2020. How about the challenges? The challenges to digitalization of sustainable business practices, such as rapid pace of technological change, limited access to digital technologies, lack of data and information, weak governance structures, investment in infrastructures, and promotion of sustainability education. In terms of rapid pace of technological change, such as to keep up with evolving sustainability standards and practices, the limited access, such as do not have access to the necessary digital technologies practices, the lack of data, for example, like to track environmental and social impact or to make informed decision. In the context of number 4, weak governance structure is about to ensure compliance with sustainability regulation. In terms investment in infrastructure to improve access to technology and the internet to provide training and support. And lastly, about promotion, education is challenges to promote sustainability, education and awareness campaign. And how about the potential resolution? How we want to counterback the challenges of digitalization come from the potential resolution or remedies for digitalization of sustainable. Number one, the country should providing subsidies in terms to help businesses invest in training. Second, improve data collection, sharing system and creating public-private partnership. Strengthening government structure is number third. Is all about potential resolution. Number four, increase awareness and education using training program, by workshops and also by collaborations. Next, provide incentive and support for companies to adopt sustainable and digital solution. Next, develop regulatory framework and standard. And lastly, number seven, benefits are shared equitably, means that among workers and communities engagement. Number eight, next for the potential resolution remedies for digitalization of sustainable should become from the government and the country, and also the company should create new job opportunities and also demand for skilled workers, for example, in data analytics, in digital marketing, and also in renewable energy. Lastly, society in emerging economies such as increased demand on sustainable products, services, and also digital technologies. So in terms of potential resolution remedies, I have shared regarding about in Asian countries, the percentage of individual using internet by country from 2017 to 2019. In Malaysia, Singapore, and Republic of Korea, Japan, and Hong Kong shows that between the ranging of 80 to 96.2%, and also the remaining countries such as Indonesia and also Thailand between the ranges of percentage of 32.3 till 66.7%. Next, how about the impact on customers and society towards digitalization of sustainable? Number one, the impact on customer and society, also including regarding about the education. Number one, the country, the company should provide new tools and platforms transparency in order to reduce waste and carbon footprint. Second, to provide transparency and accountability in environmental and also social impact. This is regarding about the customer. Customer always today need the transparency regarding about business activities. The third one regarding about the emergence of the e-commerce, we call that digitalization. First, access a wider range of products and services online to the customers. Second, use digital marketing and advertising tools. This means that digital marketing and advertising tools such as whether traditional advertising and also modern advertising, it should come together, supplementing and complementing regarding about the emergence of the e-commerce. So next is all about education. When we talk about education, comprising from primary, secondary, towards universities. It consists of such as enhanced sustainability education by providing students with the skills and good knowledge. Lastly, how about the society? Society means that encourage, motivate society to create sustainable and resilient communities surround. And next, regarding about also in terms of impact on customers and society toward digitalization of sustainable, such as collaboration, such as, for example, invest to improve connectivity and access to technology. How about the environmental and social? Reduce environmental impact, increase social responsibility, and also improve sustainability practices. SDGs. SDGs means that reduce poverty, promote economic growth, and also ensure environmental sustainability. Next, about the impact on customer and society is all about regulatory framework and also standard. In order to increase regulatory framework toward and standard toward the digitalization, the country, the government, or the company should encourage the adoption of sustainable technologies and also practices. Customer demand or DD and supply. Customer demand in terms of growing demand for sustainable product and also services. And last, regarding about job opportunities, it means that when the booming of digitalization, the customers and society toward mean that we can create, we refer to the country and also the company can create new job opportunity and demand for skilled workers. We lack of skilled workers in Asian countries. So we have to chasing and to groom the new workers or remaining workers to adapt, to polish them to become a skilled workers. So I share with you regarding about the digital economy master plan in Southeast Asia. Southeast Asia consists of Brunei Darussalam, Laos, Cambodia, Indonesia, Malaysia, Myanmar, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, and also Vietnam. In order to compare regarding about digital economy master plan in Southeast Asia in various countries, still I think regarding about this one, the analysis that come out is consistent. So majority of the Malaysian Asian countries they will increase progressing using of digitalization technologies and government, the card system and so forth. Digital Economy Master Plan in Southeast Asia, I share you regarding about what is the foundation in order to strengthening the digital economy foundation, what you mean by the priority in terms of strengthening the digital economy foundation, and also what the skill relevant for the digital economy in terms toward to sustainable digitalization in Asian and also in the world. In the context of digital economy foundations, there are 5 of digital economy foundation that we have to strengthen, that we have to focus in Asian country, especially in Southeast Asia or SEA. For example, number 1 regarding about the connectivity. The second thing regarding about the payments. The third one regarding about the digital skills. Number 4 regarding about logistics, and lastly digital policy and also regulation. In terms of connectivity, what is the focus, the priority that government and also companies should do? Number 1, increase speed and lower access cost for broadband, especially fixed broadband, primarily through enabling regulations. The payment, enabling online payment, increase compatibility of e-payment method including across border. The third one, digital skill, supporting lifelong learning and adaptability, and developing more effective government industry skill partnerships. Logistics, increase efficiency of e-commerce logistics along the supply chain, and also streamlining cross-border trade facilitation. Lastly, the foundation of digital economy should focus also on digital policy and regulation. Means that the government should focus on the priority line, building trust. Trust means that secure regarding about data privacy, consumer protection, cyber security, cross-border data flows and so forth, because we want to reduce number of scammers. Second thing regarding about facilitating digital ID, identification and also adoption and usage. Last, providing a clear legal framework for digital businesses, e-transaction and also other laws. So we look in the right sides of the slides regarding about the skill relevant for digital economy. The type skill relevant, there are 3 types that suggested by the World Bank report 2019. Type number one is about basic digital or ICT skill. digital ICT complementary skill, and also advanced and specialist skill. The description of basic digital or ICT skill to be able to use digital technologies, for example, send email, basic skill. Find work related information using internet, use digital apps, and also non-specialized software awareness and ability to stay safe in the cyberspace. The target for the basic digital ICT skill to all citizens and also workers in that particular country. For example, like EU, European Union come up with the digital competence framework for citizens, also known as DCAM. Second, the type of digital or ICT complementary skill. Number one, regarding about soft skills required to carry out work in a technology-rich environment and to address the expanding number of opportunities for ICT, enable collaborative work, for example, communicate on social network, brand products on e-commerce platform, or analyze data gathered from the web. The target for digital or ICT complementary skills such as consists of middle skill to high skill professional workers, such as, for example, USA, Partnership for 21st Century Skill, USA, Agenda for New Skills for Job. Lastly, about the skill relevant for the digital economy, suggest proposed by World Bank report 2019 is all about advanced and specialist skill. The description is in advanced and specialist skill context such as drive innovation, support digital infrastructure, and the functioning of the digital ecosystem. The target of advanced and specialist skill is industry and occupation specific. For example, program software, develop application, manage network, and also data analytics. Example of advanced and specialist skill come up with the skill framework for the information F, or we call it SFIA, and also like Singapore, for example, try to implement the Singapore Workforce Qualification Scheme. Next, regarding about digital economy master plan in Southeast Asia, I want to share with the audience regarding about the three data or diagram or figure in terms of employment share in the economy, low, medium, and high skill employment in Southeast Asia, and the percentage of population using digital wallet across the Southeast Asian country. And lastly, regarding about the current research reflect its transformative technologies with strong economic potential. We go for the first graph regarding about employment share in the economy for the low, medium, and high income, high skill employment as a percentage of the total. Most of the country in Southeast Asia consists of medium skill compared to the high skill. We need high skill compared to the medium skill. So Southeast Asia country need to focus more in high skill workers. Second, regarding about using digital wallet. The majority of the digital wallet in Southeast Asia is from the Singapore, followed by Philippines, Vietnam, Indonesia, Malaysia, and also Thailand. The last current research reflect regarding about the 8 transformative technologies with strong economic potential. They are consist of how you want to develop the digital economy to sustain it should consist of CC, cloud computing, BD, or we call that big data, AI coming soon to remain in the market of digital is artificial intelligence, IoT, Internet of Things, additive manufacturing, advanced robotic, fintechs, regarding about the context of e-wallets. Lastly is about mobile internet. This what I call the focus that the Southeast Asia especially can focus and also remain that particular master plan in order to sustainable economy in the context of digitalization context or era. Last slide regarding about the conclusion. I divided by 3 conclusions in terms of number 1, how you want to sustain business practices in the context of CDG, SDG, and the second one regarding about the context, the development in terms of Malaysia and also Southeast Asia. Lastly, regarding about the context of business and society. Number 1 of the conclusion, the digitalization of sustainable business practices can contribute to the SDGs and improve, number 1, the environment, the social outcome, and also the customer demand or DD. The second thing is regarding about the context sustainable development in Malaysia and Southeast Asia is critical to achieve. Number one, economic growth, environmental responsibility, and the third one, social inclusion. So the last conclusion for the business and society need to collaborate and address the challenges to ensure a sustainable future. Make sure that all the Southeast Asian country can become a developed country, inshallah, and also with God willing, that this thing will happen in maybe 3 or to 5 years more. If we can focus deeply, insightly regarding about to implement digitalization in the context of business and to remain economic sustained compared with the other countries. With that, I conclude and also end my session of the my topic toward the sustainability of business practices in the context of Malaysia and also Southeast Asia. With that, thank you and see you. If you have any question, I will try to answer to satisfy in order to what we call that, to reach the objective of this conference. See you in the next conference in the future, inshallah. And if you are willing, nice to meeting you all today. Bye. Assalamualaikum. Tadi Dr. share